I'm a numbers person. I love to create those Excel sheets with all those numbers and all those formulas. It really worked. I got a lot of people commenting, a lot of shares on social media. Welcome to the Dominican Dream Home Podcast, your go-to podcast for information about this beautiful Caribbean island and what it means to have a property here. I'm your host, Jorien, a real estate agent in Dominican Republic, and I can't wait to tell you all about this beautiful country. So, I said that in today's episode, I'm going to introduce myself. I'm Jorien. I am born Dutch, but I lived for over a decade in Dominican Republic. And I am lucky enough to live in Casa de Campo, which is a resort on the south coast of Dominican Republic. About 45 minutes from Punta Cana Airport, about 1 hour from Santo Domingo Airport. I got here because I fell in love with a Dominican guy more than 10 years ago, and I moved to Dominican Republic. And I have to say it was a great choice. I'm very happy here. Literally the sun shines every day. I speak pretty good Spanish. Yo hablo español, aprendí dominicano, me dice que hablo dominicano. Ik spreek ook Nederlands. I also speak Dutch and English, of course. So this podcast I will do in English for the people that for the most of the audience to be able to understand me. So before I moved to the Dominican Republic, I studied financial accounting in Meij Business School in Amsterdam in the Netherlands, and I started working already from high school in Deloitte Accountants as a financial auditor, and I did a combination of going to university and working for Deloitte. So I've worked for Deloitte also for more than 10 years. I gained different experiences in different fields, in different areas with different types of clients, and it was an amazing time for me to really dive into the financial world in the Netherlands. So my passion, what I love to do when I am at home or when I am, I combine my passion with my work. So I feel like I'm a creative person. Although I have a financial background, I love to paint, for example. Together with my Dominican husband, I have 3 kids, a son and 2 daughters, and I love to paint with them. I love to be creative, to do something with my hands. I love to play music. And most of all, I love to be creative in the kitchen. I love to cook. I love to try new things, new dishes. I have to say Dominican dishes I'm not so good at. The typical Dominican dish is arroz con habichuela, which is rice with beans. And they make it in a way like with very strong flavor, which I have not been able to understand yet. But I love to cook the fish. Here they have amazing fresh fish. They have shrimps. I love to make my own ceviche at home. So that's my creative side. So basically those 3 things, which are my experience and knowledge here from Dominican Republic. I know a lot of people in the 10 years that I've lived here. I've met a lot of people here on the island because it's a small island. It's not that big. I know Casa de Campo and the area, La Estancia, Meij. I know it by heart. My family-in-law have a house in Meij, so I go there very often. And I love the restaurants in Meij. There's very cute, nice beach restaurants with view on the ocean, beautiful sunsets. So that's one of my pillars, which makes me, first of all, love what I do. And second of all, I think makes me successful in what I do is I know what I'm talking about. I know Casa de Campo very well because I live there. My kids go to school there. I've worked there for a long time. I know the area, I know Meij, I know La Estancia. Then the second pillar is my experience as a financial accountant. I'm a numbers person. I love to create those Excel sheets with all those numbers and all those formulas. I have learned a lot in my time in Deloitte, of course, in financial services, but also Excel. They called me the Excel queen of the office. I would know how to do pivot tables. I would know how to do all these large formulas. And I still do know. So I love to make calculations about return on investment and all that kind of things. And then the third pillar is my passion of finding myself a creative person, which I express in my work. For example, if I try, if I sell a property, if a homeowner trusts me to sell his property, I will try very out of the box things to draw the attention to the home. For example, one moment I did a photo shoot in a house, there was a beautiful house in Casa de Campo. It's still for sale, by the way. It's like this really beautiful French style mansion with this beautiful how do you say that, lamps in the ceiling. It was really beautiful property. So I put on my red dress and I put on red lipstick, and I did a video and a photo shoot. Because also one of the things that I didn't tell you was I worked as a model for a couple of years, which was like an on the side thing that I loved to do because I would meet a lot of people. I would go to a lot of places. I went to China to a fashion show. I went to Ibiza for Fashion Week. Those kind of things. I walked on the runway in Madrid Fashion Week. So those were things that I would do because I would like it. Apart from my job at Deloitte, in the weekends I would model, and I would know a lot of people and interesting people. That's why I also like to be on camera. I'm not shy to be on camera. I know about photo shoots, I know about cameras. So coming back to the creative part, that was one of the things I did to draw attention to the property, and it really worked. It really worked. I got a lot of people commenting, a lot of shares on social media. I just love to be different and love to create and love to think. Luckily, I have an amazing team who are also super, super creative and always helping me finding like new trends and new things in the creative marketing industry. So that's the 3 things that make my job my dream job. I love to be a real estate agent, and I love to help people finding their dream home. I love to help sell homeowners to sell their home. So if you're thinking to buy or sell your home and you're listening to the podcast, let me know, give me a call, send me a message, a WhatsApp. You can find me on Instagram, Jorien van der Meij. I will put also the link here in the podcast description. So guys, this was my first podcast. I made it to the end. I'm so happy. I'm happy that you made it to the end. And I'm very excited to have you in the next episode. So I will see you later in Dominican Republic.